We can try again. Let's go!
Click on the items.
Great job on a perfect score.
April Fools, written by Russ Booyak, illustrated by Thomas Boatwright. As I walk into Principal Taylor's office, I wonder who glued Mrs. Shoemaker to her chair. It would have been a hilarious April Fool's prank if the old faded glue bottle hadn't been hidden in my desk. My best friend Sarah sits on a bench in the office with other students crying like a baby. "I didn't write those things," she moans, tears streaming down her face. "I was practicing my tuba all morning." She explains how someone wrote nasty messages about Mr. Kendall on the board in her handwriting. Each of the other students is in trouble for some prank they claim they didn't commit. Principal Taylor waves his hands to silence us, but as he's about to speak, the phone rings. Ms. Nathan answers it with an abrupt, "Hello." She points to Sarah and says, "It's for you." Sarah takes the phone and says, "Hello? I can barely hear you. Jake, is that you?" When my little brother's name is mentioned, I go to the phone, and Sarah cradles it between us so I can listen. "Basement, find, R.T." It's a young boy's voice, but I can't tell if it's Jake's. "Basement, find, the, R.T." he repeats before the phone suddenly floods with laughing children and then goes dead. "I've spoken with your teachers, and they have some pretty compelling evidence," Mr. Taylor continues. "As punishment, you will stay after school until all these pranks are cleaned up. We all groan, and a few of us offer more protests of our innocence. I'll call all your parents to inform them you'll be remaining late on school grounds today and why. Now, return to class." As Sarah and I shuffle down the hallway, she groans, "I'm in so much trouble." "What was with that phone call?" I ask. "We've heard that creepy laughter before." I was trying not to think about it, Sarah whispers. It seems to follow us. The voice said we need to look around the basement. No way I'm going down there, Sarah hisses. The principal thinks we're in class, and our teachers think we're in the office. So now's the perfect time. Sarah whimpers, but she follows me as we sneak to the basement doors. We have to be quiet in case the janitors are down there, I say. Surprisingly, the doors are open. Sarah and I squeeze inside, listening to the water rush through the old pipes around us and fluorescent lights buzz overhead. We quickly descend the stairs. The basement is huge, with many walls hidden in darkness. Sarah points to the other side of the room, and we split up to start looking around. I walk slowly past shelves filled with old textbooks and sporting equipment, but find nothing. Looking over, I see Sarah stop, eyes widening, as she covers her mouth to stifle a scream. I sprint to the opposite side of the basement. Sarah points in front of her and whispers, "I saw someone over there." "A janitor?" I ask. She shakes her head, and that's when I hear the footsteps, as if someone is rushing past us. Sarah grabs my arm, and we take a few steps forward, then a few more. Something moves in the shadows in front of us, and I move to follow it. My foot hits something soft, and I reach down and feel lumps under thick cloth. I think I hear laughter, but it could just be the furnaces or something. Grabbing onto the cloth, I pull a large bag into the light. Somewhere behind us, a little girl laughs, and then another off to our right. "Hey, is someone down there?" "No kids allowed in the basement," a janitor's voice calls. I grab the bag. The janitor walks the room, shining a flashlight back and forth. When he shines his light away from us, Sarah and I sneak quickly and quietly behind the shelves and up the stairs. That was close, I say when we reach the safety of the hallway. I drop the duffel bag and unzip it. This is Rob Turtle's duffel bag. His initials RT are on the straps, I say. Inside are old cans that say cooking oil on the side and a paper wrapper glued to the side of the bag that smells really awful. A rough burlap sack holds dirt, leaves, and sticks, and half buried, I find an ancient-looking pair of scissors. "I think I've seen those scissors before," Sarah says, staring at them. I hand the scissors to Sarah. This doesn't tell us who the laughing kids are, but it looks as if Rob Turtle framed us all. "He said he lost his gym bag the other day," Sarah replies, "in the hollow. He also said that this would be the best April Fool's Day ever," I say. "What do we do now? If we give the bag to Principal Taylor, he'll think we're trying to make Rob look bad," Sarah says. "Let's leave it in the cafeteria," I suggest. "Someone will turn it in to the lost and found." We leave the bag in the stinky cafeteria and return to class. After lunch, Rob Turtle is called to the office, and as the day progresses, more students are found with evidence of pranks. Someone put dirt in the coffee in the teacher's lounge, and made all the lights flicker in the east wing. At the end of the day, Principal Taylor has corralled a surprising number of students into cleanup duty. Rob, Sarah, and I are assigned to the cafeteria. "How did you arrange all these pranks?" I ask Rob. "You must have been in school all night." "I didn't, and I don't know where the stuff came from. I accidentally left my bag in the hollow a few days ago," he replies. "I had some pretty amazing pranks planned, though." Sarah and I share a look. Neither of us believe him, but it's also true that he couldn't have done this alone. When we finish, we wait for our parents. In the office, we hear Ms. Nathan answer the phone. "Those laughing kids again," she yells. "I'll be so happy when this day is over."
Food Idioms. Written by Courtney Silk. Illustrated by Marcus Cutler. Walk on eggshells. Definition: to be careful not to upset someone or something. After Emily's team lost the championship, her family had to walk on eggshells around her. Couch potato. Definition: someone who is lazy or inactive, especially one who prefers to spend time watching television. Kyle would rather be a couch potato than run with his sister. In a pickle. Definition: in a difficult situation. Isabel was in a pickle when she forgot that she made plans with two friends on the same day. Don't cry over spilled milk. Definition: don't be upset about something that has already happened and cannot be changed. Maisie told Molly not to cry over spilled milk when Max stepped in her bowl. Life is just a bowl of cherries. Definition: everything is going very well. On the first day of summer vacation, life was just a bowl of cherries for Ashlyn. Spill the beans. Definition: to share information that is secret. Brady spilled the beans about Ada's surprise party when he showed her the invitation. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Definition: eating good food helps one stay healthy. Dr. Smith can take long vacations because her patients know that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Too many cooks spoil the broth. Definition: too many people working on something can ruin it. Too many cooks spoiled the broth at the new restaurant, and it closed after one day.
The Hidden Room. Written by Russ Booyak. Illustrated by Thomas Boatwright. Sarah sighs. I've never heard her so exhausted. Why do these bizarre things keep happening to us? What's with this key, the lantern, and these scissors? Nothing's making sense. We're sitting in her room. I'm at the computer while she sits cross-legged on the bed. The key, lantern, and scissors are spread before her. We'll figure it out, I say. I'm starting to hear those kids laughing all the time, especially when I'm trying to sleep. You mean you actually hear them as if they're in the house? I ask. Yes. No. I don't know. She shakes her head. Any luck? I've searched everywhere I can think of on the web, but I'm not coming up with anything we didn't learn in school, I say. John Porter founded the mill, and the town grew up downriver. I did uncover something about his wife. She was considered very charitable, taking in children who had nowhere else to go and caring for them. That's all the information I can find, though. Just then, Sarah's Aunt Tara opens the door. Children, she begins and stops short. Her smile fades, and her eyes grow large as she steps inside, not shifting her intense gaze away from the bed. Where did you get these things? We found them, Sarah says. Nonsense. To get these things, you'd have to seek them out, Aunt Tara says. Her accent is extraordinary. Sarah told me her mom's family immigrated from a village on the border between Nepal and India. It's true, I begin. We haven't been looking for these things at all. We just sort of find them. It's almost as if someone is leading us to them or bringing them to us. Along with some creepy laughing kids, Sarah adds. I didn't think it could happen, but Aunt Tara's eyes intensify as she shuts the door. Come, child, she beckons for me to join them on the bed. Tell Auntie everything. Sarah and I exchanged glances, unsure if we should continue or if Aunt Tara would actually believe us. It started on Halloween. Sarah begins slowly, and soon the story pours out of us. We divulge everything: the strange kid in the hollow, the lantern, scissors, and key, and the disturbing laughter that continues to follow us. When we finish, Aunt Tara runs her fingers over the items on the bed. Children should not speak such tales, Aunt Tara says, picking up the items, and children should not have such toys. We try to protest, but one stern look from Aunt Tara silences us. Now return to your homework and games and think no more on these things. With that, she departs, leaving Sarah and me in stunned silence. What just happened? Sarah says. She believed us, I say. You saw her expression and the way she reacted when we told her about the laughter. She knows something. Aunt Tara has many secrets, and we're not going to learn any of them unless she wants us to. I roll my eyes and say, don't be so dramatic. We just need to follow her to find out where she put those things. Oh, well, she certainly won't like that either, Sarah says. But I'm already at the door, peering into the hallway. It's filled with doors. Sarah lives in an old Victorian house, one of the oldest in town, and it has a ridiculous number of tiny rooms. Is she out there? Sarah asks. Shh, I snap. I can hear her. We wait, listening to Aunt Tara's movement. Suddenly, she emerges, looking very concerned, almost frightened. She heads to the end of the hallway and descends the stairs. I open the door and point. She came out of that room. That's the office, Sarah replies. Dad doesn't like me to go in there without him. He says I might break something. We'll be careful, I say, and step into the hallway. Besides, Aunt Tara knows something that she doesn't want us to know, probably for a reason, Sarah hisses. The door to the office opens with barely a creak, and we slip inside. Like all the other rooms in the house, it's fairly small and made smaller by the floor-to-ceiling bookshelves. In the center of the room is a small desk with some mail and a laptop computer. A single window lets in moonlight from outside. Quick, let's look around, I say. Sarah starts opening drawers, and I start combing through the shelves. I find nothing, but when I turn around, Sarah is sitting at the desk holding a photo. I remember where I saw the scissors before, she says. They belonged to my mother. She shows me the photo. It's of a beautiful woman sitting at a sewing machine. Dad says she was always making clothes for people who needed them. I don't really know what to say, so I just place my hand on Sarah's shoulder. She has told me about her mother's disappearance before. It's not easy for her to talk about. One day, her mother was simply gone. Some people claimed they saw her walking into the hollow, but the police searched the woods and never found anything. I had an uncle who disappeared too, but I barely knew him. I couldn't imagine how Sarah felt. Wait, I hear something, Sarah says. She stands up and presses her ear against one of the shelves. Here, listen. I follow suit and quickly hear it, a soft scratching, like fingernails against wood. What's on the opposite side of this wall? I ask. I don't know. Nothing, I think, Sarah replies. I start pulling out books and stacking them on the desk. Sarah takes the cue, grabs the desk chair, and stands on it to reach the higher shelves. As she grabs the first book, an entire section comes down. They're fake, she says, and tosses the hollow books down to me. I can see some kind of handle. Pull on it, I say. She does, and the entire bookcase shifts and swings toward us. She pulls harder, and it swings open more to reveal a dark room. I flick on a lamp on the table. The room is small, no bigger than a closet really. Little bottles filled with herbs and other things I can't really make out line racks on the wall. Everything looks neat and organized. The scissors, key, and lantern sit on a small table beside a small book with yellowed papers hanging out of it. Whoa, Sarah says. Dad said this house had some hidden places. We should get our stuff before Aunt Tara figures out we're in here. Sarah nods, and we gather our things. She hesitates and grabs the book, too. We close the bookcase again and replace all the books before sneaking back into Sarah's room. Children, dinner, Aunt Tara calls from downstairs, and we quickly hide all our finds before heading down the hallway. Then it hits me. Wait, I say, grabbing Sarah's arm. Who was scratching inside the hidden room?